Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is so good to have everybody back here in person. I hope you can stick around a bit this afternoon and explore. And for those of you tuning in, I hope you get a chance to visit HQ2 soon. Today is, of course, a little bittersweet for me. It'll be my last time sharing our fall product news, but it's also an amazing time to do so because of the foundation we built and what we're inventing now with AI. For many years now, we've been steadfast in our vision about ambient intelligence, a paradigm shift on how customers interact with technology around them. To make that vision a reality, we needed a superhuman assistant, one who's there when you need it and disappears when you don't, and is always working on your behalf in the background. And we've been on that journey to create that superhuman assistant for more than a decade now, but with generative AI, it's now within reach. We started doubling down on the home about 9 years ago when we had an epiphany. We realized that all the investment in the R&D in the consumer electronics industry was being funneled into mobile phones. The SoCs, the displays, the chipsets, the sensors. It was being optimized for the phone. And that was understandable. It's a multi-billion-dollar-a-year industry. But at the same time, the place where you spend the vast majority of your life, your home, was virtually forgotten. So we got to work building on the assets we had, Echo, Alexa, Fire TV, later Ring, to transform the technology in the home. And boy, have we come a long way. If I had told you in 2014 that that Pringles can-looking device would have evolved into an entirely new computing paradigm, one where customers don't know the operating system that it's running, don't have a concept of an app in the foreground or the background, you would have called me a heretic. In fact, some of you did. But the cynics might not have believed it then, but I can assure you that this paradigm is here to stay. Customers have now connected nearly 1 billion devices to Alexa, including Echoes, smart home devices, and more. And they're interacting with those devices tens of millions of times an hour. And it's not just timers and music, although customers do love those. It's smart home, up 25% from last year. It's information, up over 50% from last year. And it's shopping, with 35% more customers year on year. Alexa has literally become part of the family in millions of customers' homes. Now, when it comes to AI today, the industry is going down a very similar path. They're focused on how you apply generative AI to phones and browsers. And again, that makes a lot of sense because that's where customers are. But to date, generative AI has been primarily focused on creators, not consumers. But when you're building an AI like this for the home, you have to think about it very, very differently. And it all starts with world-class devices that seamlessly fit into customers' lives. So to kick it off here today, let me introduce you to the all-new Echo Show 8. This is redesigned from the outside in with edge-to-edge glass and beautiful curvatures around the back. It is so beautiful. We've centered the camera along the front for even better video calls and upgraded the audio pipeline to minimize background noise coming from in and around your house. I just had the opportunity to drop my 2 kids off to college, and this device has already been super helpful for me being able to connect with them, maybe a little too connected when I see the laundry piling up in their dorm rooms, but we will move on. And yes, the team packed a smart home in this as well, smart home hub, including Matter support. Now, this is a smart speaker after all, so we challenged our audio team to up their game once again, and they did it. We've added our custom-built spatial audio processing technology into this, creating a wider and more immersive sound experience. We've also added a new room adaptation technology that senses the acoustics of the room and then fine-tunes playback no matter where you put the device. Over the last couple years, we've learned a lot about the differences between ambient computing and personal computing. One of those things is the user interface itself. You're always about the same distance away from your personal devices, whether that be your phone or your laptop, so the interface doesn't have to change that much. But with ambient technology, that's different. There might be multiple people in the room. You might be farther away from the device. You might be closer to the device. So we came up with a new concept that we call adaptive content. Now, using computer vision, your home screen changes based on your proximity to the Echo Show 8. If you're further away, the screen will show the essentials like simplified news headlines or weather information that you can see from across the room. As you approach your device, the content automatically transitions to a more detailed and touch-friendly UI, and it can be personalized to you if you've been enrolled into Visual ID. We're also using a brand new spoken language understanding model running locally on the Echo Show 8. And that significantly reduces Alexa's response time. Now, requests like turning on a smart light or playing back music can be up to 40% faster. Now, finally, we are incredibly committed to being transparent about our climate pledge, which now over 400 companies have joined. I'm so proud of that. But for Echo Show 8 and every device we announce today, yes, there's more to come, we'll publish the carbon footprint and a product sustainability fact sheet directly on the detail pages of Amazon. Not only that, but almost every device we announce today will come in 100% recycled packaging here in the US. Amazon remains the largest corporate purchaser of renewable energy. And we already told you about our goal to have our renewable energy investments equal to the energy use, not just making them and disposing them, of Echo, Fire TV, and Ring devices by 2025. Today, I'm very happy to report that we are ahead of that schedule. We've already contracted enough renewable energy capacity through new wind and solar farms to equal the expected use of those devices. And some of these farms are already operating, and others will come online over the next year. We're super proud of the progress that we're making here, but I would tell you, we in the industry have a lot of work to continue to do, but we are committed to moving the ball forward, and we hope everybody else in the industry thinks the same way. Echo Show 8 will be available for $149.99. Customers can pre-order today, and we'll start shipping next month. Yeah. Listen, world-class AI has been the foundation of every Echo we have ever built. And for years now, we've been using a generative AI model in the background. We've called that the Alexa Teacher Model. And it's enabled us to roll out features much faster, new languages, and it's also really allowed us to improve the accuracy of the speech recognition system. But today, you're going to get a look at a new capabilities built on a brand new generative model, one that's larger and more generalized, that will help us take the next steps towards a remarkably different customer experience. Our latest model has been specifically optimized for voice and things we know our customers love, like having access to real-time information, efficiently controlling their smart home, and getting the most out of their home entertainment system. Generative AI is going to be the foundation of what drives the next step function in ambient intelligence. And to get started, we recognized that we needed to build 5 foundational capabilities if we were going to get to this vision. First is the very nature of conversation. We've studied what it takes to make a great conversation over the past 9 years. It's not just words, it's body language, it's understanding who you're addressing, it's eye contact, it's gestures. To enable that, we've combined the sensors that we have in an Echo, the camera, voice input, the ability to detect presence, and we've combined that with our latest LLM so that Alexa can deliver much more conversational experiences. We've also seen that a good conversation doesn't have latency and is really terse in its response. If I were to ask you a question and just wait that long to answer you, it feels uncomfortable, it feels unnatural. And that's about the average latency that we're all seeing in the chat box that we're playing with in our browsers. But it doesn't work with a voice interface. So our LLM has been built to deliver that fast performance, just like talking to another human being. The second foundational capability is that Alexa lives in the real world, not the tab of your browser. And that one of the real unsolved challenges of these LLMs is how they interact with APIs and do the right thing. It is unbelievably complicated, even for something that sounds simple, like just saying turning on a light in your home. When you ask Alexa to turn on a light, it calls many, many different APIs. And it would be incredibly frustrating if it hallucinated and turned on the wrong light over and over again. Our LLM has been optimized to work with APIs so that when you ask it to turn on the living room light, it's able to execute that correctly. Our LLM also has access to real-time information. So last time when my kids asked Alexa where and when the next Taylor Swift concert was, Alexa knew. The third foundational capability is that the home has to be personalized, not only for you, but your entire family. The capabilities that we're going to show you here today will be able to deliver unique experiences based on the preferences that you've shared, the services that you've interacted with, and the information about the environment in and around your home. This will allow you to surface personal reminders, it can help you with recently played music, or even come up with recipe recommendations based on your grocery purchases. On top of all that, you do not want a utilitarian companion in your home. You want one filled with personality. It's one of the reasons that we think Alexa has become why it's become a part of so many families. We've always said that the most boring dinner party is the one that's devoid of opinions. And trust me, powered by the LLM, Alexa will have opinions. It will still definitely have all the dad jokes and the Easter eggs you've come to love from Alexa. And last but not least, when it comes to foundational capabilities, you have to trust this. It's in your home. We believe there is absolutely no trade-off between trust and performance. As you might imagine, I have one of the most Alexified homes out there, and I would not bring anything into that environment, my home, to compromise my family's privacy. That's why we're going to continue to give customers information and controls so that they can be in charge of their experience, even with generative AI powering this in the background. Now, today, building on these 5 areas, we're going to give you a look at a smarter and more conversational Alexa. Customers in the US will get access to these new capabilities through a free preview on Echo devices that they already own, including the first Echo we shipped back in 2014. What I'm going to show you first is something we call Let's Chat, one of the ways that these foundational capabilities come to life. And now, although we're really early in this journey, when I tried it for myself for the first time, it was as magical as the first time I used Alexa in the labs nearly a decade ago. But don't just take it from me. We let some customers try it out. Let's hear from them.
Cool. That's so nice.
Okay, that doesn't usually happen. Well, I use Alexa almost on a daily basis. Well, that's not true. Almost on an hourly basis.
We have been using Alexa at our house for a really long time, probably since Alexa has been out.
Alexa. Alexa.
Alexa, let's chat.
Hi, how can I be of assistance?
I need an idea for a romantic date night.
Sure. What are some activities you would like to do?
What is the best time to travel to Puerto Rico?
The best times to visit Puerto Rico is between April and October. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, thank you for asking.
Okay, so I can just stop it whenever I want and just add something to it?
Just ask.
Okay. Can you write me a story about balloons?
Interesting.
Actually, can you do Jell-O instead?
Sure. There was a boy named Caleb who loved Jell-O more than anything in the world.
I really want to find some recipes that don't have peanuts or tree nuts in them.
Are you allergic to peanuts or tree nuts?
I'm not, but one of my kids is.
Can you write us a poem about love?
The following is a poem about love. Love is a feeling bright and true. It warms your heart and lights your...
Actually, instead of just food, make it about love for tacos.
Of course.
Have you done any dancing?
I wish I could, but I can't.
Well, why not?
I'm an AI.
I like that I don't have to keep saying her name.
I don't have to filter my words. I don't have to remove ums and ahs and pauses.
It is so responsive and so conversational.
The voice sounds way more realistic and way more casual. I like it.
Feels like she's a part of the family.
Alexa, exit.
Good night. Sleep tight.
You too. I like the little music at the end.
I absolutely love seeing that. Yeah, super fun. I've often said that Alexa is the best personal AI out there, but I would tell you it's always been a little bit more transactional than we would like. But that was a limit of the technology, not the vision. And thanks to our latest LLM, you can now have a near human-like conversations with Alexa. Now, this room here, although new, is not how we design our products. They're more designed for the home that we designed for. But let's give it a shot live, see how it goes. Alexa, let's chat.
Hi there, what can I help you with?
How are you?
I am doing well. I am very happy to be able to help so many people every day by chatting with them. How about yourself?
Doing great. I'm happy to be sharing our latest innovations with our customers.
That's great to hear. Our customers are very important to us, and we're always looking for ways to improve their experience.
We'll get to that, but I have some questions for you. We'll get to that, but I have some questions for you.
Sure. What would you like to ask me?
How's my favorite football team doing? How's my favorite football team doing?
Vanderbilt football is ranked 5th in the SEC East at 2-2. They are not ranked in the AP, CFP, or coaches poll.
Okay, let me pause here for a second. The conversation's just started, but as you can already see, the device knows my favorite team. I didn't have to say Vandy. It's been personalized for that. And the responses, as you can see, have started to be infused with personality as well. And just the little bit that we did there, we've already called multiple APIs in real time. Now I'm going to go back to the device and pick up where I left off with that sensor fusion I talked about earlier. And we'll tell you a little bit more how we do that. But let's just keep going. Do you have a favorite football team?
I'm from Seattle, so my favorite team is the Seahawks. 12th man for life.
How did they do in their last game?
They beat the Lions 37-31 in overtime.
That's fantastic.
Yes, it really made my day.
How did Geno Smith do in the last game?
He threw for 328 passing yards and had 2 passing touchdowns.
So just like talking to another human being, I was able to restart that conversation. It didn't lose any context. I didn't have to use the wake word again. And again, we called multiple APIs there. And you can see the results, the responses are very terse. They're very succinct. Let's keep going. When's the next Seahawks game?
The next game is on Sunday, September 24th at 4:05 p.m.
I'm going to have some friends over for the game on Sunday.
That sounds fun. Are you excited for the game?
I think I'd like to grill. What are some good sides to go with barbecue chicken?
Some other great sides to serve with barbecued chicken include coleslaw, potato salad, or baked beans.
What's the weather in Seattle this Sunday?
In Seattle, this Sunday you can expect showers with an 89% chance, and rain is expected with an 89% chance. You can expect about 0.33 inches.
Okay, write a message I can send to my friends inviting them over at noon on Sunday.
Hey friend, it's been a while since we've last met up. Want to come over at noon on Sunday? We can watch the game and have some barbecue chicken and sides.
Send that to my phone.
I sent the message to your app.
Yeah. Having played with this for the past few months, I can tell you that it's already amazing. But it is the beginning, and it's going to get better and better over time, just like the first Alexa did when we rolled it out in 2014. But I can tell you, with all successful demos, it is meant to look very simple. But what's going on in the behind the scenes is anything but. So let's bring Rohit up to tell you a little bit more on that.
Thank you, Dave. What Dave showed is a massive transformation of an assistant we know and love, one that is so ubiquitous that I saw it featured in a Bollywood movie recently, into something that's even more useful in our daily lives through the powers of large language models or LLMs. But what makes our LLMs special is that it just doesn't tell you things, it actually does things. And that's incredibly hard. And there are 4 key components to make that happen. One, of course, is the LLM that is tuned for voice, but thousands of devices and services connected to it. And your personal context, as in what do you watch, what do you listen, what do you eat? And on top of that, a suite of responsible AI techniques that makes Alexa that trusted AI assistant and yet a fun personality. But there's far more to this. And I wanted to come to that, but first, as you saw, Dave did not say the wake word Alexa over and over again. And that's powered by new conversational abilities where you just look at the screen, and if you're enrolled in visual identification, and you can invoke an interaction with Alexa, and on subsequent turns, you do not have to say Alexa over and over again. This is made possible by on-device visual processing and acoustic models working in concert, trying to determine whether you're addressing the device or someone else in the room. Combined with the large language models, this is the most natural conversational experiences we have built. And it feels just like talking to a human being because it has the same latency as you expect when talking to a human. Second, conversations are massively intricate for an AI, natural and intuitive for us. You have all encountered while talking to voice assistants that either you have to say in a specific way or avoid pausing because it may cut you off. But our new system that you just saw is designed for conversations by taking what is best in class and making it even better. This system uses a massive conformer models with billions of parameters, which delivers high speech recognition accuracy at the same latency that you expect from a current Alexa. To my knowledge, this is the best ASR for ambient devices, and I'm sure customers will notice the difference. Another thing, when you and I talk, what is said needs to match how we say it. Imagine if you're telling a joke to your friend, you have to deliver the punchline right. And if you deliver the timing perfectly and with the right intonation and stress in your voice, you're Jerry Seinfeld. Or in my case, the originators of the best or worst dad jokes, depending on who you talk to in my home and my daughter or my son. What we're making with this is the text-to-speech engine, or what we refer to as TTS, is now more context-aware of your emotions, your tone and voice, and then it's expressing the similar emotional variation in the output. And in this case, I truly believe hearing is believing. So let me take you back in time to 2014 when we introduced Alexa. People were blown away with the quality of the voice, as was I. But this is how it sounded, so let's take a look.
I love The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. It depicts the view from his asylum room at Saint-Rémy-de-Provence just before sunrise, with the addition of an imaginary village. I like this painting because its vibrant use of colors captures a profound emotional intensity.
You already heard from Dave how Alexa sounds today, but here's the preview of what's going to come early next year.
I love The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. It depicts the view from his asylum room at Saint-Rémy-de-Provence just before sunrise, with the addition of an imaginary village. I like this painting because its vibrant use of colors captures a profound emotional intensity.
Again, I agree. I hope you agree this is a huge improvement on the expressiveness of the text-to-speech engine. This is also powered by large transformers that are trained on different languages and accents that makes Alexa more expressive. For instance, now when Red Sox are my favorite team, imagine if they won, then Alexa will respond in a joyful voice. And if they lost, it will be empathetic to me. And I'm hoping the next season, I will have more joy versus empathy. One of the best parts of my job is that I get to live in the future a lot. So what we're working on now is also a new model, which we call speech-to-speech model, which instead of all these discrete tasks of first converting your audio into text through speech recognition, and then having an LLM convert that text into an action or a response, and then render the response in audio form, all of these tasks are unified into a single model such that the interaction becomes far more natural. In fact, Alexa can now exhibit attributes like laughter, surprise, and even ahas and ahams to continue the conversation just like you and I do. Having been a scientist for more than 2.5 decades in AI, every 5 to 10 years, we witness a seismic shift. 10 years back, it was deep learning. And we brought, with Alexa, deep learning in hands of customers that time. With generative AI, I feel like we are doing the same, where we're making an assistant which is already world's best and making it truly indispensable for our customers using the powers of generative AI. To tell you more, I'd like to welcome Heather to tell you about how we're going to make more better experiences for everyone everywhere. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Rohit. As you heard, the shift we're going through now is dramatic. And it's in moments like these that it's important we bring our partners on the journey with us. Because more minds at the table is better for customers. This is in our DNA across Amazon, and it's why we've made our developer tools publicly available for years. In fact, over 1 million businesses have used our tools to grow their businesses. We'll take the same approach as we continue to introduce advanced LLMs. Generative AI is great for creators because it makes it possible for anyone to make really engaging content. And that applies to developers who make custom voice experiences, which we call skills. And customers love them. They've engaged with skills tens of billions of times in 2022. That's why we're thrilled to share new developer tools for building Alexa experiences. This includes a no-code solution where our LLM does the legwork of integrating the developer's content and APIs. One great example of this is Volley, a voice AI game developer that's using these tools to work on some new concepts, including single and multi-agent games. We're also working with BMW Group on some conversational car assistant technologies, so you have a more natural way of interacting with your car, including getting how-to instructions or answers on your vehicle's features. Much like we've optimized our LLM for the customer experiences we've launched, we know that many developers have done the same with their own models. That's a big investment, and it's why developers will soon be able to integrate their custom-built, purpose-built LLMs with Alexa. A great example of this is Character AI. Character AI allows you to easily create and interact with a variety of characters, including 25 or more personalities across categories, from skilled helpers like fitness coaches to icons throughout history like Socrates and Grace Hopper. These characters have expressive voices that have been built leveraging Amazon's in-house TTS technology. Those conversations will become more personalized over time as characters remember your conversations and adapt to your preferences. I think this is so cool. I mean, who wouldn't want to learn more about coding than from Grace Hopper? Another example is Splash, a music platform that's harnessing the power of generative AI to empower a new breed of musicians. Splash is connecting its AI-powered music creation technology with Alexa. Customers will be able to create and personalize songs through voice, preview their song through the Splash app, modify it, add vocals, and extend the music for up to 2 minutes. I love this because it's a generative AI experience that makes it possible for anyone to interact with music, whether you're a musician or not. And that mirrors our own guiding belief. Ambient experiences should be accessible to anyone. And every so often, we get the chance to impact customers' lives in pretty significant ways. It's incredibly humbling and a real honor when we can do this.
I just strongly believe that the person with the most information has the best hand. Alexa, why is broccoli good for you?
Eating broccoli can benefit your brain, heart, and overall health.
Alexa, open bedroom shades.
Okay.
when I had found myself in the chair. I had to become more independent.
He plays music when he's in the shower.
Alexa, play my salsa playlist.
Uncle Dante is a never-ending question-asking machine.
Alexa, how can I cook bacon in the stove? What's the symbol for iron? Is there anything about feet touching the sand that means something?
Folks who practice grounding believe that walking barefoot
That's
allows
tight.
us to recharge.
Alexa, turn on living room chandelier. Turn off her closet light.
Romulo! When he wants to do something, he does it.
Uncle Dante is a businessman. He's also a family man. Alexa is definitely Uncle Dante's referee.
The area considered South Central Los Angeles is geographically inexact.
That settles it. That settles it.
My house is always full of people.
It is supervised chaos. I love my family, but sometimes I just need to get away. Baby, I'll be back in a minute. With Alexa, I could be by myself. Alexa, open Prime Video. Scroll down, switch to home page.
Go ahead and get your feet wet, ground in.
What you value is being independent because you're still alive.
People figure that since I can't see, I don't know what I want. But I know exactly what I want.
I love that video. Our teams have done amazing work to make our devices and services accessible to more customers. And today, I'd like to tell you about 2 more features we've been working on. First, Alexa can't understand everyone's voice, and not all of our customers can use our touchscreens. One of those customers is Emmett, a 4-year-old boy pictured behind me who sparked the idea for this next feature I'm going to talk about. For some, using technology to become more independent requires their families to create really expensive and complicated setups. But in collaboration with our customers, we knew we could do better, all for the price of the Fire Max 11 tablet. Introducing Eye Gaze on Alexa, our first foray to allow customers with mobility or speech disabilities to use Alexa with their eyes. To start, customers can use their gaze to perform a set of preset actions, like controlling their smart home or playing music. All hands and voice free. Eye Gaze on Alexa will be available later this year at no additional cost on our new Fire Max 11 tablet. As we say at Amazon, it is truly day one for this technology. We're very excited about its potential and can't wait to learn how it's working for our customers. Next is one of my favorite kinds of features because it is a great example of how building inclusive technology can improve everyone's experience. Later this year, US customers using any Echo Show device will be able to have their Alexa calls automatically translated through on-screen captions in over 10 languages, including English, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. And we're expanding call captioning to Europe for the first time. This helps all of our customers communicate more easily, whether they identify as deaf or hard of hearing or have multilingual families. These features are tangible embodiments of ambient intelligence because they combine real-world inputs with AI to make life better. For me, this means reducing complexity and increasing peace of mind. And nowhere is that more important than when it comes to your family's safety and security. This is top of mind for me personally as somebody who's parenting tweens and helping to take care of their grandparents. My organization gets countless stories of customers who've used one of our devices when they need it most, after suffering a fall or even having a heart attack. And we realize that having hands-free access to help really matters in those moments. Building on Alexa Guard, which millions of our customers have used to keep their homes and families safe, today we're introducing Alexa Emergency Assist, a new personal and family safety service that allows anyone hands-free, fast access to emergency help. With Alexa Emergency Assist, you get 24/7 urgent response, allowing anyone to call for help without having to get to a phone and get connected to a dedicated, professionally trained urgent response agent. Those agents will have pre-saved information you've provided, like medications and your address, as well as the Echo device the call's being received from, so first responders know exactly where to go when they arrive. And with our new emergency contacts feature, you can identify family and friends who should be notified automatically if an event like this happens. They'll receive text and push notifications letting them know an emergency response has been received. Alexa Emergency Assist will be available next month for $5.99 a month or $59 a year. Ambient technology can make everyday life better in really practical ways. And we can use it to have some fun, especially for the kids in our lives. Many of us here, myself included, have kids who've never known a home without Alexa. They're used to talking to their environment and having it talk back. My boys ask Alexa to play music, to tell jokes, and to ask the thousands of questions that pop into their heads and I don't know the answer to. We hosted Noodles, the classroom snake, over the summer, so there have been a lot of questions on corn snakes lately. My boys aren't alone. Kids ask Alexa over 25 million questions a month. Sometimes I struggle to answer my kids' questions in ways they understand and in ways that continue to encourage their curiosity. Until today, Alexa has struggled with this too. But generative AI has opened up a world of possibilities to address this challenge. Introducing Explore with Alexa, part of the Amazon Kids content service. It's a new way for kids to have curiosity-driven, kid-friendly conversations with Alexa. The conversational will be similar to what you heard before, with trust and safety at the forefront, but it's been built to solve the unique needs of kids and their families. We started with the content. Explore with Alexa has been built with a protected version of our LLM stack, where responses are drawn from trusted, kid-friendly sources like World Wildlife Fund, AZ Animals, as well as the vetted sources used for today's Q&A experience on Alexa. We then use our model to identify the most interesting bits of information and adapt them to facilitate a fun conversation, such as reframing a fact as a trivia question. Explore with Alexa was developed with guardrails to ensure Alexa redirects gracefully to the conversation at hand and away from any inappropriate or sensitive content. Available before the holidays, our initial release was calibrated by our science team to adapt content about animals and nature. So when kids ask questions like, Alexa, tell me about animals, or what's my fun fact, it will kick off an Alexa-led conversation that combines entertaining facts and trivia questions. For over a decade, we've been combining powerful hardware and best-in-class software like Amazon Kids Plus, which provides thousands of ad-free games, videos, and books from some of the world's most popular brands. And customers love it. Echo Kids sales have tripled in the past 3 years. That's why we're excited to announce our newest and most affordable addition to the Echo Kids family, Echo Pop Kids. It comes in 2 designs, Marvel Avengers and Disney Princess, with corresponding character themes, so kids can get a trivia question about Moana or hear a joke about their favorite Avenger. Echo Pop Kids comes with 6 months of Amazon Kids Plus and will be available next month for $49.99. We continue to build these devices and experiences because kids love them and parents trust them. In fact, we've sold tens of millions of kids' devices, and Fire Kids tablets are among our most popular. That's why we're excited to announce 2 of our best kids tablets yet. Introducing the next generation Fire Kids tablet for younger kids and the new Fire Kids Pro tablet for older ones. These 10-inch tablets are lighter and 25% faster than the previous generation, with 1080p full HD displays, 3 gigs of RAM, and importantly, up to 13 hours of battery life. And they're $10 less than our previous generation. My boys love making noise, and they are creative in doing it. Now, with Music Maker, they can channel that creativity through music on their tablets. Kids can become composers, blending music and sound to create a unique composition all through touch. Music Maker joins Soundbox, a Fire Kids tablet feature that has been super popular and has brought families the joyous sounds of more than 2 billion screams, whistles, and farts since it launched last year. I bet you can already guess the most popular sounds in my household. Parents love how educational and entertaining experiences on Amazon Kids Plus can be, and it is even better when they can join. That's why we created Play Together games. Kids play a game on their Fire tablets while their grown-ups access the same game on their mobile phone from across the house or across the country. We launched our first game this year called Sketch and Guess, and families have already generated more than 7 million drawings. With this positive response, we knew we were onto something, and so this year we're launching even more Play Together games, including classics like checkers and other new games that will help bring families closer together. Next month, easy for me to say, the Fire HD 10 Kids and the Fire HD 10 Kids Pro will be available for $189.99 each. Both tablets come with a year of Amazon Kids Plus, our world-class parental controls, and our 2-year worry-free guarantee. If they break, return them, and we'll replace them for free. The beauty of these devices is they enable families to get the best of technology, whether they're at home or on the go. Here's Daniel to tell you more.
Thanks a lot, Heather. What customers love about the ambient experiences we build is you can access them seamlessly without being continuously interrupted from the things that really matter, like getting dinner on the table or helping your kids with their homework. And we know customers want to take that kind of ambient experience with them everywhere they go. That's why we continue to invent in smart eyewear, like our next generation Echo Frames. Our customers love using Alexa on the go just like they do around the house, to control their connected devices, to listen to music or podcasts, and to enjoy hands-free communication. But they also want more: better battery life, better audio, and more style options. So that's exactly what we built. We've improved the battery life, which now offers up to 6 hours of continuous media playback or talk time on a single charge. That's 40% more playback and 80% more talk time than the last generation. This collection also includes multi-point pairing, so you can seamlessly move your audio across your connected devices without taking out your phone. And we also completely redesigned the audio architecture. It includes a new open-ear audio architecture that directs more sound to your ears while minimizing what others around you can hear. It also delivers more balanced sound and less distortion. This collection also adds a new custom-built speech processing technology to improve Alexa's wake word performance. You'll be heard clearly even in loud, noisy conditions or windy conditions. And finally, this new collection comes with 7 great frame styles, with options for sunglasses, prescription-ready, and blue light lenses. They're also super light. They're designed with 15% thinner temples than the prior generation. We also worked with Carrera Eyewear of the Safilo Group, one of the world's most iconic and leading eyewear manufacturers, to design 2 of the new frames. Echo Frames and Carrera Smart Glasses with Alexa will start at $269.99, and customers can sign up to be notified when they're available. Now, since the beginning, we've known that the simplicity of voice has the power to transform the way you engage with technology in the world around you. And we're seeing particular momentum in entertainment. In fact, Fire TV has now sold well over 200 million devices worldwide. It's the world's most popular streaming media player family. But even with all of this great voice-enabled entertainment, the reality is that finding something to watch is still too challenging. With all this content from all these different sources, you often have to already know exactly what you're looking for in order to find it. And we all know what it's like to think that there's nothing on to watch. In particular, at home for me, I have a family of 5, including 3 teenagers, to try to balance tastes across. It's very difficult. So we've completely reinvented the Fire TV search experience to solve this exact challenge. Leveraging our latest LLM, we built a more natural and conversational way to work with Alexa to find content on Fire TV. It's like speaking to a great friend who's also the world's best video store clerk. I want to show you a little bit about how it works. Use my remote here. Find some action movies for me.
Sure, here are some popular action movies.
Show me the ones I don't have to pay for.
These are free to you.
Show me ones I haven't seen yet.
Here are movies you don't have in your watch history.
True. Which of these are good for my teenagers? Never easy.
You might enjoy these family-friendly ones.
We're also big video game fans. Which one should we go for?
Here are some options. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is a good fit and is about to be remade as an anime.
Play Scott Pilgrim.
Getting Scott Pilgrim vs. the World from Peacock.
Now, Fire TV's new search model has access to extensive information on movies and TV shows, including hundreds of millions of facts and data points from IMDb. This enables a deep understanding of what's happening inside plot lines, what's going on in the most interesting scenes, and who's cast in all the roles. It makes it possible to discover content through a serendipitous conversation, like you and I might. Let me show you a little bit more. Search for that comedy by, you know, the guy who played the lawyer in Breaking Bad.
I think you mean Lucky Hank,
I do.
starring Bob Odenkirk.
It's a name, it's hard to remember. Yeah. I liked Better Call Saul. Are there movies like that?
These are some movies similar to Better Call Saul.
All right, which of these should have won an Oscar but didn't?
These movies came close but didn't take home an Oscar.
So cool. We know customers are going to love finding content this way. And the best part is that their search is completely personalized based on the Fire TV profile you're in and your unique viewing history. To make it even easier to jump back to where you were if content you've already started, we're also introducing a new Continue Watching row on Fire TV. It's going to bring together all of your recently streamed programming in one place. This includes major providers like Max, Disney, Hulu, Prime Video, and more. The new Fire TV search experience and Continue Watching row are coming to customers in the US later this year through an over-the-air update. Now, the only thing better than being able to easily discover content serendipitously through a natural conversation is getting access to tons of amazing content at no additional cost. And it's even better if that content comes from a studio that's deeply ingrained in the history of movie making itself, a studio like MGM. Starting today, customers will get 6 months of MGM Plus on us with the purchase of any new Fire TV streaming media player or TV. So I'd also like you to meet the latest addition to the Fire TV family. It's a new Fire TV soundbar. It's a great companion for any Fire TV. This soundbar enhances content with immersive sound, crisp dialogue, and improved bass, and it all fits in this compact design. It's Bluetooth enabled, it's super simple to set up, and it's compatible with all Fire TV streaming media products and TVs. You just plug it in, you connect it to your TV, and your home theater is up and running. The Fire TV soundbar is available today for $119.99. Now, we know that for customers to truly love their home theater, we need to make sure all of the basics work really well. We like to talk about that as making your smart TV actually smart. That's always been the core mission of our Fire TV sticks, and I'd like to introduce you to the next generation of Amazon's best-selling 4K streamer, the new Fire TV Stick 4K. The new Stick 4K features an upgraded 1.7 gigahertz processor, which makes it nearly 30% more powerful than the last generation. And it now includes support for Wi-Fi 6, which means fast app starts and fluid, vivid 4K Ultra HD streaming. Plus, you can wirelessly connect compatible Echo devices to make an immersive sound system with Alexa Home Theater, or of course, you can connect the new Fire TV soundbar for room-filling sound. The new Fire TV Stick 4K will be available for pre-order starting today for $49.99. I'd also like to introduce the new Fire TV Stick 4K Max. It's the industry's first stick that comes with Wi-Fi 6E. We've packed nearly 3 times the frequency bandwidth into the antenna compared to Wi-Fi 6. It's going to deliver lower latency, faster speeds, and even less interference from all those other connected devices in your home. It has an upgraded 2 gigahertz quad-core processor. It is Amazon's most powerful Fire TV stick yet. The new 4K Max offers stunning visuals thanks to support for Dolby Vision, HDR, and HDR10, and it also supports Dolby Atmos audio. This is the best Fire TV stick we have ever made. It comes with the fastest speeds, the Wi-Fi 6E, and 2 times the storage. The new 4K Max will be available for $59.99, and it's available for pre-order starting today. There's one more thing. We believe your smart TV should be effortlessly entertaining, but it should also do much more for you when you're not streaming. That's why we launched what we call the Fire TV Ambient Experience on Fire TV televisions last year. And now we're bringing that Fire TV Ambient Experience to the new 4K Max, making your TV a beautiful and useful part of your home. We're also adding hundreds of new images to the Fire TV Ambient Experience's collection of free gallery-quality artwork. This includes from famous institutions around the world, like the Musée d'Orsay in Paris. And customers can add even more Alexa widgets, customizing that ambient home screen. They can add things like the family calendar, the weather forecast, or reminders for others in the house. Earlier this year, we also announced a new way for our customers to create AI-generated artwork as part of the ambient experience, for free, using just your imagination and your voice. I actually had this idea for creating a piece of art with a meteor shower over the Washington Monument through the Simplicity of Voice as I was landing here a few days ago. These generative AI artwork features are going to be rolling out to customers in the US a little bit later this year on every device with the Fire TV Ambient Experience. But we also didn't want to stop there. So today, I also want to offer you a sneak peek of what the team's been working on. You often hear me say I love having my family photos in the background of my Fire TV. It's one of my favorite things about the experience. And with an update coming next year, I'll be able to easily transform some of my favorites into an artful display. Let me show you a bit about how it works. Show me pictures from our summer vacation. I won't bore you with all these, but it was super fun. I love this one in particular, my kids watching the sunset. Make this photo watercolor style.
Okay, creating your background. This'll only take a few seconds.
That's awesome. If I don't like that one, I might choose something a little brighter, maybe, like Ezra's hair in that one. So fun. Let's try one more for fun. Show me pictures from our trip to the East Coast. I like this one of the Guggenheim. Let's try that. Change this photo into a cyberpunk city. You can really use your imagination.
Creating your background. This'll only take a few seconds.
Try anything you like. Maybe a little spooky for the living room, but you get the idea. It's really fun. I've been experimenting with this new AI feature for a while, and I love how it breathes new life into some of my favorite photos. But of course, one of the best things about photos is sharing them with others. So we want to make that super simple across all the different ambient screens in your home as well. So coming later this fall, you can effortlessly share photos with family or friends across any Echo Show or Fire TV. If you want to see more photos, you can also just ask Alexa, start a photo frame, and she'll start a slideshow of all your different shared photos. Also this fall, we're offering a new experience on the Echo Show 8 that brings your photos front and center. With the Echo Show 8 Photos Edition, plus its new subscription, which we call Photos Plus, it'll unlock a photo-forward mode on your Echo Show, making photos and videos the primary content you'll see on the home screen. As part of that subscription, customers also get an extra 25 gigabytes of storage for photos and videos. The Photos Edition will be available for $159.99, and after 6 months, the Photos Plus subscription renews for $1.99 a month. Now, all of us up here today are super fortunate to have a front row seat to watch how ambient intelligence is transforming the way we interact with technology in the world around us. It can reset family movie night like you saw from me, and it can also give you immense peace of mind. Here's Mimi to tell you more.
Thanks, Daniel. Our Ring and Blink sales have together grown over 20% in the last year, and we love seeing the impact of that every day. People find their lost pets, you see the marriage proposals caught on doorbell cameras, and I get to see my daughter coming home from school every day. Now we're doubling down with new hardware and features that will give customers even greater peace of mind inside their home and beyond. Some of you may not know this, but Blink started as a silicon company. And those custom chips are what power a lot of the features that give Blink customers peace of mind, like long battery life and on-device computer vision at an incredibly low price. We recently announced Blink Outdoor 4, the next generation of Blink's best-selling camera. It uses our proprietary silicon for features like person alerts, enabling the device to only record people who are detected in your videos, not the gang of possums who've been hanging around my house for weeks. Seriously, it's an issue. On top of that, it helps us to maintain the long battery life that Blink is known for, up to 2 years on 2 AA batteries. Today, we're building on that with 3 new devices. Blink customers already have 3 cameras on average, and they often tell us they want to use those cameras beyond the confines of their home. Taking inspiration from Eero, our engineering team got to work to develop a solution for customers who want more coverage throughout their property. Introducing Blink Sync Module Pro, which extends the range of your Outdoor 4 significantly farther than Wi-Fi. You can now have one on a fence post that's in the furthest corner of your backyard. Blink Sync Module Pro will be available to customers early next year for $49.99. While Outdoor 4 already has an extensive battery life, we're introducing a new battery extension pack that can extend it up to 4 years. Customers also tell us they want flexible, easy-to-install lighting. And so we're introducing Blink Outdoor 4 floodlight camera, a wire-free, smart LED, motion-triggered camera that allows customers to light up more places on their property where they want more visibility. Blink Outdoor 4 camera will be $159.99, and the battery extension pack will be $29.99. Both devices are available for pre-order today. The same Blink silicon that powers Blink Outdoor 4 is now powering select Ring cameras, like our recently announced Ring Indoor Cam. Ring pioneered the video doorbell industry and has become a staple in households across the world. Ring doorbells have been pressed over 1.5 billion times since January alone. But Ring is so much more than a doorbell company. In fact, security cameras are Ring's fastest growing product line. Sales are up more than 30% this year. One of the things we focus on is delivering accurate alerts. We all get a lot of notifications on our devices. So when you get one from Ring, you should be able to trust that it's important and relevant. I love this story. Take our neighbors, Joey and Anita. When Anita was out of town, she got a motion alert and saw that Joey had collapsed on the front porch. Thanks to the alert, Anita was able to get Joey the help that saved his life. Our team has continued to innovate here, adding things like motion zones, which let you select specific areas you want your camera to monitor. We've also started to add 3D motion detection to our Pro devices, which uses radar to help eliminate false alerts. And this year, we're adding 3D motion detection to our most versatile Ring camera with Stick-Up Cam Pro, an indoor-outdoor camera that will give neighbors more control over where motion is detected and see where it took place, like the path your package takes from the delivery truck to your front door. We've also added Audio Plus, which delivers great sound thanks to 2 array microphones with echo cancellation and a security siren to help ward off intruders. And with Color Pre-Roll, you'll get a history of detected motion that even includes the seconds before you receive an alert. And like all Ring cameras, you can create privacy zones to exclude areas you don't want recorded or easily disable audio recording. Ring Stick-Up Cam will be available today for pre-order for $179.99. Home security solutions should be incredibly simple to use, but that's not always the case. Just ask my parents. I'm basically tier 1 tech support for them. So we're continuing to invest in easy-to-use features like routines that make it super easy to get a little extra peace of mind. Alexa's run tens of billions of routines for customers over the past year alone. And this fall, we're excited to add feature routines for Ring. When you go into the Ring app, you'll see a list of pre-populated routines that you can enable based on your preferences and the devices in your Ring home. Things like simultaneously turning off your lights and setting your alarm, or announcing when someone opened the door. Finally, if there's one thing I know about everything we've shown you, is that none of it is possible without amazing Wi-Fi. And there's no better team to deliver that than Eero. Introducing Eero Max 7, our first mesh Wi-Fi 7 system and fastest Eero yet. It wirelessly delivers speeds that previously would have required an Ethernet cable. And with 10 gigabit Ethernet, you can now download a 4K movie in 10 seconds or a 50 gigabyte video game in less than a minute. This is an entirely new class of Eero built without compromise. Using the latest Wi-Fi 7 technology and TrueMesh, Eero Max 7 will deliver the fastest speeds Eero customers have ever experienced. It also features an all-new form factor with an advanced passive thermal design that delivers better range and performance without needing a fan. Eero Max 7 is the foundation for smart home connectivity, supporting over 200 connected devices and Matter. Plus, it can act as a Thread border router and a built-in Zigbee smart home hub. It'll be great for large homes or high-demand networks and businesses with densely packed devices. Eero Max 7 will start at $599.99 and will be available in 1, 2, and 3 packs just in time for the holidays. It'll also be available through leading internet service providers like Frontier. It's so exciting to see the incredible level of innovation across Blink, Ring, and Eero, and we can't wait to roll out these inventions to our customers and neighbors. Thank you so much. Now over to Charlie.
Thanks, Mimi. Having seamless, instant access to technology that offers peace of mind is part of a broader shift happening in customers' homes, which began back in 2014 when we announced Alexa. It's hard to believe because it once felt like science fiction, but customers have now connected over 400 million devices to their Alexa smart home. And they're using Alexa to control those devices hundreds of millions of times each week. We understand, probably more than any other company, the complexity of the home, thanks to nearly a decade of experience in the space. We've also learned a lot from customers. We know they expect the technology in their home to be dead simple, as easy as flipping on a light switch. They expect it to be effortless, as automatic as the heat turning on when the temperature in their house drops. And they expect it to be natural, as easy as talking to a friend. We believe generative AI, combined with advancements in hardware and software, has the ability to make this happen. But combining generative AI and the real world is incredibly difficult. There's a ton of complexity in the back end. The LLM has to be able to manage a seemingly endless amount of variation in a customer's home. It needs to know what devices they have, what they've named them, where they've placed them, so that it can take the right action with the right API for that customer. We are excited to share with you today the progress the team has made in solving these problems. The first time generative AI has been applied in this way at this scale before. Over the years, we've built a manual, if you will, of the smart home. We're using that manual to train our LLM, and it is about to get much, much easier to interact with your smart home. As part of the preview that Dave talked about earlier, customers can sign up to experience a dramatically easier and more conversational smart home experience, all powered by our latest LLM. First, the experience is going to be more conversational. Today, when you interact with your smart home, it can feel transactional. You have to remember individual device names, and if you want to control multiple devices, you have to make multiple requests. But now with our latest LLM, you can say, Alexa, turn on the TV, make the living room lights look like the Aurora Borealis, and clean the dining room, and it takes care of it for you. It is just so much easier. Like I said before, it's like talking to a friend. You can also use Alexa to create a routine using just your voice. So for example, you can say, Alexa, every morning at 8 a.m., turn on the coffee machine, open the blinds, dim the lights in the study, and play my morning news, and boom, it creates the routine. It's just effortless with your voice. Alexa will also get better at making inferences. So for example, just the other day, I installed a new light in my living room. No one else in my house had any idea what I named that light. But now they can say, Alexa, turn on the new light in the living room, and it takes care of it for them. As Heather mentioned earlier, it's important we extend the benefits of our LLM to other device makers. With Dynamic Controller, developers now need to only describe the capabilities of their device. They don't need to try and predict what a customer is going to say and map that to their device's capability. So now when a customer says, Alexa, make my lights look spooky, the LLM is able to infer exactly what to do. We know customers crave simplicity. They expect their smart home to be effortless. Voice is amazing for this, but we also know that sometimes customers prefer a more visual and touch-based way to interact with their home. Today, we have millions of customers who've connected over 20 devices to their smart home. That is incredible momentum. We also know that when you have to manage that many devices, sometimes it can be difficult. Even I struggle with this, scrolling through a long list, trying to find that device with a name I can't remember. We knew we had to make it easier. Introducing Map View, a simple visual way to now manage your smart home. Customers will be able to create a digital floor plan of their house and pin their smart home devices to it. Gone are the days of scrolling through long lists or having to go to other apps. With Map View, you get a simple at-a-glance view of your smart home status. You can also control devices with Map View. So if you've just climbed into bed at night and you want to turn off the lights downstairs, you can do that effortlessly with Map View. We built privacy controls into Map View from the beginning. It's entirely opt-in. You choose which rooms to add to your floor plan, you choose which devices to add, and at any point in time, you can delete the floor plan altogether. Map View will be available later this year for customers in the US with select phones, and we are really, really excited to see what they think about this new experience. But we didn't just want to make it easier to manage your smart home from the Alexa app. We wanted to take it a step further by creating a device with a touch and visual forward experience for managing your smart home. Today's smart home controllers, they're expensive. They typically require professional installers to set them up, and they don't age well. So we set out to solve that. Introducing Echo Hub, a wall-mountable smart home controller powered by Alexa. It has an 8-inch touchscreen with a customizable dashboard for all of your smart home devices. With just a tap, you can arm your security system, or start a routine, or turn on the fan, or change the volume on an Echo. You can also view multiple live camera streams simultaneously. And early next year, it'll get Map View as well. Because it's powered by Alexa, you can always ask it to start your morning routine or listen to the news. Echo Hub has support for all major connectivity standards, including Matter and Thread. It supports over 140,000 smart home devices. And with a compatible USB-C connector, it can get power over Ethernet from devices like Eero PoE Gateway. Echo Hub also connects locally to select smart home devices, making popular smart home commands even faster. So now when you use your Echo Hub to turn on a light, it'll turn on in as little as 300 milliseconds, which feels as fast as turning it on from a switch on the wall. Just like Echo Show 8's adaptive content, Echo Hub has an infrared sensor. It detects when you're nearby, and when you're not, you can customize it to show things like your favorite family photos. Other smart home hubs typically cost around $400. Echo Hub will be available later this year for just $179.99. With our latest LLM, with MapView and Echo Hub, we're enabling Alexa to become your home's central nervous system. Let's take a peek at how this all comes together.
All right, folks, we're about an hour away from kickoff in this epic matchup between Dallas and Seattle. And let me tell you,
We're gonna be late to our own party.
Anyone
at the house yet? Let me check.
It's a gridiron showdown with two top football teams going
No one yet?
head-to-head.
Alexa, find the fastest route home.
Getting directions to home.
By the way, Seattle's gonna lose.
No way.
Entry delay started.
Oof, I'm freezing. Alexa, make it cozy in here.
Making it cozy. Disarmed.
Alexa, play my pregame playlist in the kitchen.
Alexa, play my pregame playlist everywhere.
Really? Alexa, set the oven to 400 degrees, make some coffee, and light the patio for the Seattle game.
Drop in on the kitchen. Honey, have you seen my jersey?
Yeah, just got it dry cleaned for you. Let's go Seattle.
Very funny.
Someone is at the front door.
Yeah, I'm checking right now. Oh, it's no one, honey. Whoops. What the? Alexa, there's a mess in here. It's game time.
Oh, it's
Under
on.
the dazzling lights of Seattle, welcome to a
Alexa, who's your favorite football team?
I'm from Seattle, 12th man for life.
Together, these advances will usher in the next generation of smart home experiences. We'll transform your home again. Now, back to Dave.
Thanks, Charlie. As usual, we've shown you a lot here today. An LLM that's going to drive an entirely new Alexa experience that's going to redefine the way that you are able to interact with your home. A bunch of new hardware, Echo Show 8, Ring Stick-Up Cam Pro, the new Echo Hub. And as always, with these devices, we've deeply integrated them with services, purpose-built for what customers expect in their homes. We've also shown you a new intuitive way that we can reinvent home entertainment and a bunch of fun new products for our kids. One of the best parts of all of us being back in person is that for those of you who are here, you get to play with these products in a couple of minutes, and I can't wait to get feedback. And I also would be remiss if I didn't take a second to give a huge shout out to the teams that worked on these products. That invention is hard, and these teams are the best I've ever worked with in my life, and I just love them. It's so great. You know, yeah. You know, true inflection points in technology are very uncommon, but when they do come, they have the power to change everything. And it's going to take some time to integrate these technologies into the surface area that is Alexa. But I am super optimistic that we are off to a wonderful and excellent start. What this transformation is not going to change is our intense focus on customers. We'll continue to build for them like we always have, for the real world, trying to make their lives better every single day. I really want to thank you on behalf of everyone for being here with us. It's been so much fun. Stay well.